Calling all SCP Foundation staff. Calling all SCP Foundation staff. Do you read us? This is Dr. Theron Sherman, and we are anomalously broadcasting from Site 42. Are you getting our signal? Sound check, sound check. We are digitizing our signal. We are reticulating splines. It is good to see you all. We are missing a little bit on the back end here. Just let me find that missing link. There we go. Now I see the chat clearly. A little wider. There we go. I've got TikTok encrypted. I've got YouTube double encrypted. The Black Division and the Red Divisions are active. And so we are going live in 3, 2, 1. Hey there, Foundation staff. This is Dr. Theron Sherman, anomalously broadcasting from Site 42 with a special guest today. Say hello to Dr. Rexus Buchanan, aka Toast, the lead developer, for SCP Infohazard, our game of the day.
Hey, how's it going?
You are now unmuted. Okay. You can now be heard.
Awesome, fantastic. I'm broadcasting from an undisclosed location. I'm on reconnaissance or something. I'm definitely not locked in a basement because I left my keys upstairs.
Please tell me you can hear my guest, everyone. Please tell me that that's working because it... Oh, there it is. He's good. He's good. Perfect. Sorry. You're golden. You're golden. Second stream jitters.
Oh, I totally understand. You know, weird stuff happens when you play this game, I tell you.
Crunchy microphone is what we're hearing. Yes, his signal, as you can tell, he's in a very dark and mysterious location, so our signal is weak, but we still got him. Don't worry. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear there. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Hello, Amber. Thank you for being a member. Mario the Wisp, I have in fact noticed you. Nightgoer over in the TikTok chat, good to see ya. Welcome, everyone, to the Site 42 second trip through SCP Infohazard. Now, the Kickstarter has 4 days to go, so if you enjoyed the stream we did the other day, if you didn't see it, we got the live over on the Site 42 YouTube channel, so go check that out there. You can see my full blind walkthrough. But today's going to be a little different. Today, I've got Toast with me because, in having made the game, he knows all the secrets. And so we are going to go on a second romp, but he's going to make sure I don't miss anything.
There's a lot of really cool stuff mixed around in there too, and it's kind of sort of game where when you go off the beaten path, you can find some interesting things. So hopefully we'll get to see a big bunch of those, and talk about some of the things that only show up every couple of run-throughs because there's plenty of those.
The first time I tested the game, I got a different sign for the opening of 3930. Then never again.
Yeah, exactly. That only shows up 1 out of every 13 playthroughs.
It's messing with me. So I can't wait to see what else comes at me. I saw some... I think the other thing I saw that I was sure was randomized is I saw some hovering boxes in the puzzle room.
That's another one. So basically, there's a number that is generated every time you start the game. It's a number 1 to 13. If you're familiar with like Undertale or Amori, how it generates either like a WTF factor or a whatever thing, it's like that, but in this case, it's per run through, so it's not you don't have it stuck to your particular save file. So every time that you run the game, there's going to be things that you'll run through that only happen a percentage of the times you run through. Sometimes it's a larger percentage, like this thing will activate on strange 1 through 5, but a lot of the time this will only activate on strange number 9. So you'll get to see a lot of those.
Perfection. And if you're in the Site 42 YouTube chat, you will notice I just pinned the Kickstarter. So if you want to help us get this game made in full, I would highly appreciate you guys doing that because we're coming down to the last week here. So with that in mind, we start at the beginning, a very good place to start, with SCP-3930 scenario.
Good morning, Councillors. We are here today to examine the catastrophic events which occurred at Site 97, leading to multiple breaches in containment, significant...
054 is the voice of incredibly talented Ryan Arming, a New Zealand actor.
Before we begin, and after complete and personal review of
Didn't you say Mayor Lovecraft was in the scene?
that the
Yeah,
events
Mayor
occurred
Lovecraft is the
at
voice of
Site
057, the one who's going to stand up in a
highly
second.
Infohazardous,
Nice.
and that it is on the best interests of the Foundation to strike this
Obviously,
report.
he's the
And,
overseer of
and,
Ohio.
Any remaining
Oh, he sure is.
and very
You can't be serious. After all that research, that sacrifice.
I am completely serious.
I never would have guessed that was him.
Many agents died keeping this
He's such a
information
talented
secret.
actor, and he's able to really pull off a bunch of different variations on his voice. It's
Foundation
great.
interests.
Valuable and dangerous. My office's operatives embedded in the Global Occult Coalition and the Church of the Broken God are already aware.
You are jeopardizing the critical Foundation assets in order to.
That's enough, all of you.
And of course, for 051, we've got
Here's dangerous.
Source as ours.
Say on CFO. Then this council will take measures to redact it permanently. But it must be an informed decision. Proceed.
As you wish, Administrator. So let's begin.
All personnel assigned to SCP-3930 must understand that SCP-3930 does not exist. It does not emit or absorb light or sound. It does not have shape or texture.
And this is the voice of New York stage actress Anna
It
Bialy.
cannot be passed through nor interacted with.
Neat.
It cannot be manipulated in any way and has no dimension.
Mario jump, Mario crouch, Mario zoom in. Into the woods.
If you look behind you, actually, just a fun little thing is the road behind you actually has a lot of like dangling utility lines and some things that are out on the road. But because SCP-3930 is supposed to be taking place in the Russian wilderness, I had to look up like what telephone pole or power lines in the outskirts of Russia look like. And a lot of times they have color-coded wires. Like it may be difficult to see, but they're actually red and blue, and they have kind of like power units that are there. And I was inspired by Annie Austin and his YouTube series about following power lines and industrial things. So if you were to follow this power line all the way down to the end, there is a little plaque that is very, very not visible to the player, but is out of bounds, that says, "Dear Annie Austin, these power lines do head to a substation, but it's invisible. Thanks."
Oh, wow. And then there's a sign here. Is this the same sign? No.
This one here.
Warning. No
Oh, yeah.
photos.
Yep.
I can't read the black text, but...
I believe it says something along the lines of, this is an authorized personnel only, violators will be prosecuted.
Gotcha. All right, now we go skipping into the woods.
I can actually tell you what the other ones say. I'll look them up here while you're doing that.
Gotcha.
There are plenty of things that are like sort of outside of the boundaries of the player's view. So.
Then later on, when people do the no-clip mods, that they'll be able to find.
That's exactly it.
Oh, okay. We're out in the woods. We're getting some Slender vibes.
When you're out here, particularly there, you might come across some old brass owl statues, which are currently the big collectible in the game, inspired by the group that is inspired a lot of the game story, which is SCP of VRC, massive SCP roleplay community based in VR chat, and they have a whole lore based around this owl god that their MTFs sort of pray to.
I don't know.
The
Still,
owl
just
god.
Trees and
Yep.
bushes and
So is there one of those bronze owls out in these woods?
The moment
There
an
sure
individual
is.
passed
Let's see, where are
the
you at right
non-existent
now? You're a
border
little.
of SCP.
You're
I
getting
just
up on
came
the
up
road
to
here.
the sign again.
There's the sign. Okay. So if that's the sign, so continue over towards the house, so to your right. I'm sorry, yeah, past the sign towards
Past
the house.
sign. Towards the house.
And when you get to, there's like a bridge that's that's collapsed. You can go up on that hill on the right-hand side where that bridge is, and if you follow that path down, there's one of those little owls.
Son of a gun, you know, I did follow the bridge in my playthrough, but I went the other way. I went left.
Yeah.
This log
Drat.
There you go.
description by 2 researchers observing this anomalous
What's really funny is when people will
interact with
they'll find somewhere, they'll be like, ooh, I clipped myself out of bounds, you know, or I got somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, and then they'll find an owl statue and they'll be like, oh.
I actually, by the way, I just noticed something. There's a sound I can hear now, but it's
Hootie from Owl House. Oh man,
What does it sound like?
that was determined to be too creepy for the game.
I don't know. It's faint.
Roger. Keep us updated on that.
There you go.
Let me up the hill. Got it.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Parkour.
You know Dr. Sherman will get the 2-block vertical jump for the beef every time.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Uh-huh. We found the altar.
And then just hit E to activate it. And this is actually persistent across games too. So if you come back and you play this again, then this will already have been activated.
Interesting. So now it's turned to stone.
Mm-hmm. You've absorbed some of the Owl God's power.
Oh my. Alright, let's go jump downhill.
There are a couple of really great secrets to be found if you go past the house into the woods behind it. There's a couple of things to run across.
Up here in the
Ooh,
clearing.
let's go take a look.
Some kind of building.
To the right of the house on the approach, there is a
That's
graveyard
bunch of-
for one.
I think it's
And
like
then,
an apartment building.
Yeah, there's stuff in the backwoods, a
Really
lot
overgrown,
of stuff
though.
back there.
Like it's been abandoned for a while.
How big is the building?
Well, I don't
So
know.
many random benches. I feel like
Maybe-
I'm being hunted by benches.
100 feet long?
The benches, just weirdly, are one of the things that gets randomly placed by that strange value I mentioned. So there will actually be more or less benches.
Yeah, like I can count like 6, 7 benches right now. I feel like I'm in a herd.
Yeah, I think you're in one of the higher level strange then, because the higher the strange, the more benches you'll run across.
All right, we've got some graves.
I'm pretty sure there's an owl statue out here. I think you actually just walked past it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, spooky owl sounds. Two owls. And so many freaking benches.
Someone in the playtest picked up that there is a lot of Greek symbology throughout the game. A lot of stuff related to Greek mythology, and the owls, in addition to being sort of the SCP VRC thing with their owl god, is also a bit of a reference to Athena's owl as well. You know, that was meant to be a watcher, and the idea that the player is constantly being watched.
Ah, thank you, Arrow, saving me. so funny. I missed the graveyard the first time because I took a lap of the house, but I looked at the house the whole time. I went left instead of right on the bridge. I just fell the opposite direction of all of the secrets.
That's great. That means there's lots of fun stuff to find. One of the things I really loved about your first playthrough was just the reactions of coming across stuff. Just like, oh!
What have we here? Alright, so now we have the transformers that aren't matched up to the house, but they still have power. Nothing weird about that.
No. I just want to put out, like, electrical engineering has got to be anomalous, because it doesn't make sense, but it works.
Just
I'll make a
another
note of
form of
that.
magic.
SCP-XXX is the study of electrical engineering.
I don't know, I get the feeling SCP-XXX is a little racier than that. We gotta save that for a mature stream.
I thought that was just, like, it was just cartoon alcohol, because that's what they read on the bottles.
Ah, yes. Tarnation?
Ooh.
I do not recognize the bodies in the pile. I can't steal any teeth from these guys.
You can't. Perhaps they've all already been ripped out.
Oh man, now I'm in a teeth stealing competition and the other guy's got a head start.
I'm really enjoying watching chat develop a new religion around the owl god of benches.
I mean, benches are a very convenient flat surface to leave sacrifices for Owl God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps if you sacrifice well enough, you can become one of his apostles, the Blowfish.
Alright, I'm up on the building.
I'm now Googling what is
doors,
some good
doors.
food that you can leave out for owls,
Open any of the doors?
because I don't want to
I can
be like,
try.
put
Why
out
not?
birdseed for the owls. And I shouldn't have
I'm
Googled
looking
that,
in
because
the
now it's saying that it's mostly, you know,
Dark.
dead mammals and raw meat.
See beyond
And
the
I
curtain.
really shouldn't encourage people to just leave raw meat sitting on benches. That's how I got banned from a park.
Whoopsie. Yeah, the first time I went in the door, the second time I went to go check in the window, I was pleased to find out there was context voices for me checking in the windows first.
Mm-hmm.
That one's locked. Ooh, got one. Let's see.
Who is our protagonist's voice?
In this section, this is the voice of San Diego-based voice actor Dusty Rhodes. He's very popular in the animation community, and he has done a whole lot of fan works. And I happen to know him through some convention work, so I reached out to him because I really needed somebody that could both, you know, sound really kind of tough, but then also be able to really believably sound terrified at the same time. He's a fantastic actor. And he fixes motorcycles and builds guitars for a living. He is like one of the coolest people I know.
All right, into the bedroom. The door slams behind you. What will you find on the outside? More doors! Ah! And
You
the
ever
tables
gone
move.
back into the room after exiting it?
Nope. Is it gonna change on me
Wanna give it
again?
a shot? Maybe.
Did I open these blinds earlier?
What?
When I walked into the bedroom.
I don't know.
Then what closed the fucking curtains? Why are they closed?
We don't know that.
Of course you don't know that. But man, I definitely opened these. Because I stepped over here, and I looked out, and I said, I said that there was somebody out there.
It was really fun writing a lot of this dialogue here because as the level goes on, what you experience as a player and what the D-Class supposedly has experienced starts to really divert. And part of this because if you read the original article on SCP-3930, the entire log is based on two researchers' recollection of what happened because when the D-Class stopped existing, there wasn't any actual recording. They just experienced a shared hallucination about it. And so that's why you had things like you said, oh, I went up to the door and I said something, but I don't remember what I said, when in reality, he didn't say anything at all.
In fact, I did not open any curtains.
Right. When he, a little bit later on when he gets to the TV, he'll describe images on the TV that have not actually shown up on the screen yet. And that's actually intentional.
Ooh, future sight.
I forgot to mention earlier, but my skin feels really strange.
Strange how?
Sort of chalky. And when I brush my hand against my arm, it just sort of
Sapphire says my favorite SCP is the one that kills people. Oh wait, that's most of them.
It just stops being there for a minute.
Well, you got a good thing going.
Can't break the chain.
Saying they're not seeing benches in the stream, but what is a chair but a small bench?
A bench for solo contemplation.
What is a bed but a lie-down bench? What
I
is
find
a
it
house
funny.
but a large bench with a roof?
I remember during the first stream, I ended up moving one of the chairs because it was a loose asset, but now I realize that not all the chairs are movable. Those are very pinned down.
It is true.
Alright, grandfather clock. TV room. What's... So there's nothing over here before I do the TV room.
Right.
There's still the whole balcony upper side here. TV.
It sort of seems like the house is getting bigger, like in large chunks, but it actually gets bigger in very small pieces. And I wrote an entire system that was made to check when the player was looking in a particular direction, so that for the most part, with the exception of probably the one door that goes to the window, for the most part, you don't see any of these changes happen in your field of view at all.
Yeah, these curtains were definitely closed when I came to peek through them. Now they're open.
Yep.
And of course, there is no longer a front door.
But there's still a porch.
And when I go here, there's still a porch, yes. And so by hypothetically, then the front door's here. This other bedroom is still here, inaccessible, with no door at all. Although that never had a door. That one room is the one that annoys me the most, because there's no doors into it. You can't get in there. It's just there, man.
Yeah. Except that that's where the front door will be a little bit later on.
Next room here is more the same. It's backwards from the other one, though. This room has a TV in it.
Is the TV on?
What? No. Nobody's been in here in weeks. Maybe years. I don't think that...
Okay. Usually I'm moving too fast and I interrupt him.
The TV is still warm. Somebody's been in here, too. Let me see if...
What is it?
The channels keep skipping around. Just images, pictures, black and white. A backwards ocean, mirrors and faces.
What's interesting here too is that we get the first look at at the main character of Infohazard because
Black
this sequence is his dream prior to
dark shapes.
waking up after the calamity of Site 97. So we get a little bit of a look into what he went through, but you may not realize that's what you're seeing in the first playthrough.
What research did you do at Site 97?
I don't remember.
You were on death row before being brought here? Why?
Who is that
There's
in
also
the clouds?
there's also little clips of on the screen. There's some clips of stuff that will happen in the game later too.
Yeah, I recognize some of these clips from before. Some of the locations as well.
This.
Or Dr. Sophia Light being tossed across the room.
Come again?
And this is gonna sound crazy, I know. But I swear I came to this room through a door on that wall. And now, the door isn't there.
Are there
The
any
whole wall
other
isn't
exits
there, my
to this
bro.
room?
Yeah, there's a stairwell here. I can try that.
I noticed in your first playthrough here, you mentioned that you couldn't really get over there, but you can parkour over to that ledge. at the top of the stairs.
Skill issue. Height of the
So I
jump.
found it's generally easier if you go around the left side.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Almost.
There you go. Almost. Go.
Jump! Jump again! Jump again! Do it! My bro! You're one step away!
Close.
Ah!
So close.
He's hanging on by his fingers! Damn
Do
it!
The wall across from there, the one that's got the banister against the wall, also has a little ledge that's maybe it'll be climbed on.
So close. 3 more jumps. I've got patience for 3 more jumps. Maybe.
Do it.
Ugh. Okay, you can't make the full leap with a running start.
Sure.
But you also can't jump once you're on this ledge. And you fade down as you let go of the walk. So if I'm gonna boundary break this,
Mm-hmm.
then I've got to come... I see. I've got to start higher on the banister and let that slough me down. So I've got to jump at the banister up top from about here. Running start. Up.
Go.
Up. Too close. Running start. Up. No, he just walked gingerly. Where are your ups, my bro? Come on. Up. A 2. A 3. Walk it. Oh, he's so there. He's so there. Come on.
You're almost there. If you want to try the one across from there, the one against the wall, that's also got a ledge. It might be slightly easier to jump on.
Oh, I can see the height difference there.
Yeah.
Boom. Keep on walking. All right. He faded off, but that does look like it's going to be easier.
Go.
Well, I did not prove that I can get the beef today. Looks like it's raw chicken for me.
Got it. You gotta believe in the bench god.
There we
Gotta
go.
ask the bench god.
Pray to the bench god. We made it.
Yeah.
You were right. It was all
Made
about faith in the
it.
bench god.
Yep.
All about faith
That's
in
your
the bench
proof
god.
right there.
Believe it. New unexplored territory. These chairs are just having a family-friendly time. That's all. Oh, so are these chairs. Family-friendly time. Everyone's doing good upstairs.
I never thought about that until you said that. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that the next time I see them.
You thinking about the chair orgy you unintentionally built?
You know,
In an empty house. In the middle of the night.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna have a chair orgy, that's probably the best place to have it.
Ah, you were waiting for me here the whole time, Hootie.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted to come up here.
In one of the other strange values, not this one unfortunately, but one of the other strange values, that room up there is also covered in blood.
Ooh, spooky. Come on, just takes one leap, my dude. Just one leap.
Yeah, you should be able to jump over that. You might want to use the chairs as a springboard.
That's what I'm thinking. Get up there. Oh, so close. The first person jump height, and it's just you gotta hit the right part of the arc.
Yep.
Highest height. Up.
I wonder how high this D-class jumps in comparison to, like, Steve.
Maybe over this section. Now. From the side, run.
There's
Jump.
the stair god.
Hmm? Boom. Alright, so how far can I get away with this?
Pretty far, actually. The stairs are kind of built in that same way where they won't actually disappear until you stop looking at them.
That's what I was gonna check. And so now I go...
At a certain point, they'll, yep,
What stairs?
and it'll, as soon as you look away, it'll immediately trigger the dialogue.
No, I came through the front door, right over here.
Ah, the doors are back in
There's
town.
phone ringing. I don't remember it being here. Hang on.
One of the things I really enjoy about adventure games is when you find that a lot of different things the player's done has been accounted for, and so there's like easily hundreds of different triggers in this particular level, just for if the player does things in a weird order or something. And I tried to get like every possibility, and every time I would see someone play through it and they would do something in a different order, rather than like fixing it, I would sometimes just add a new piece of dialogue and tweak it a little bit so that it would not just be fixed, but it would also be sort of lampshaded. And what I ended up with was probably a good, see, I'm looking here at the level. I've got 107 separate triggers based on visibility that the player could potentially activate.
You hear things in the white space.
That's so many.
Your brain filling in the gaps. This sound is like that sound. The sound your brain makes.
Also, the mysterious bedroom I don't like is gone now, so I guess that's good for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a lap around this disappeared stairwell before we answer the phone. Fuck the phone. We're going to the TV first. Because there's a TV now.
I'm actually adding a little plaque inside that bedroom right now that says Dr. Sherman does not like this room.
What?
Fuck that bedroom with no door.
Why didn't you mention this earlier?
I don't know.
Oh no! They broke the bench.
Hang on.
The bench.
Oh no.
Is going to be.
No.
It's going to anger the owl god.
It was so young. I didn't deserve this.
Ooh. No touchy. No touchy.
You should be able to pick those up with the right click. And then once you do, you can chuck them with left click.
Whee! Oh, that's cool. That's going to make so much stuff happen in the second level, because I didn't know right-click was how you pick things up. I kept trying to use E to use it.
Mm-hmm. You can distract enemies, not just the GOC guards, but also later on when you encounter Jeffrey. You can distract him by throwing objects.
I think if we don't pet Jeffrey today, if we don't head pat Jeffrey, the chat is going to riot.
You gotta head pat Jeffrey.
Speaking of head patting Jeffrey and such, can you ping Desk? I actually forgot to tell him about this.
Oh man, let's
I'm a
ping Death
dick.
right now.
Yeah, see, these chairs are all movable.
Would you like me to add him to the chat, to the actual chat?
You can. I can't read that right now, so if you want to talk to him there, that's a good idea. But otherwise,
Well, I mean, did you want me to add him to the call?
yeah, if he wants to join the call, that's cool.
You see if he's available.
Well, we see if he's open. Yes, and San, we're going to head pat Jeffrey. I know what you guys will do to me otherwise. I may be the site director,
the
but
goodest boy. He just wants to cuddle you to death.
he only killed me 4 or 5 or 6 maybe times.
Oh yeah, that means he likes you.
I see. All right,
Jeffrey was named by the followers of the Infohazard TikTok when I was first doing some devlogs. I had said we need a name for this guy, and someone said, well, he looks really British, and so we should call him Jeffrey, and that ended up getting the most upvotes, and so yeah, that's how he became Jeffrey.
Yes, Jeffrey.
He's just so elegant.
Hey, don't.
He might look like a monster, but he'd actually went to Eton.
Listening in on this.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
I like this call.
I'm speaking to
This
you
sounds
right
really
now.
good.
What is this?
Hey, hang up the phone. Hang up the goddamn
Gives
phone.
me chills.
What was that? Did you hear any of that?
All right. So the TV's still on.
The voices of the two researchers are Boosh and Finn, who are some of the people that are in the Infohazard community. And I put out a call for people who weren't voice actors to possibly be these researchers, because I wanted them to sound more just sort of natural and amateurish in general, as though they were actively trying to sound professional while recording their voice. And a bunch of people submitted some, and those two ended up being the researchers that I picked, because they sounded both
listening.
not like professionals,
Yeah,
but
I
definitely
am.
like they were trying to be professional for research.
He says there's a way
Nice.
out. Going down through the...
All right, we're taking this vase to the finale.
He said, if I lean
Yeah.
back enough, I'll just go there.
Don't fall
I
through
think
the
it'll
floor,
come with
buddy.
you.
Run away. Run away. Oh.
Another one of those things that
Are you there yet?
It's further
only
than
trigger when
it
you
used to be.
look in the right
I
place.
I think I'm starting to get it.
Lost my vase, though.
Are you
Disappointed.
Good. Don't stop listening. I'm down below here. No.
Maybe I should make it so that if you're holding a vase, that you get to keep it.
Achievement unlocked. Brought a friend.
Brought a friend.
See, I
Do
have
a gnome-like achievement, but you have to bring a vase with you.
something big
Yeah.
around, but they're really not. I'm
I
not
feel like I
really
can pull that off.
seeing them. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to add some bench lore. This is
Maybe it doesn't
absolutely.
So, you know what I said earlier about listening to static, right?
There are a lot of references to various random lore that people that have played the game have gotten up to. Like in the executive suite,
There was a hole.
if you go into the bathroom, the middle
and that
stall
place got pulled down.
has the toilet that's in it
Our minds aren't
doesn't
built for this.
at the time it didn't render properly
You stare
and would sort of
at the
disappear.
walls and see
So someone said that it was the toilet stealer.
That's what you do.
And now if you go in there, there's some graffiti that says "Beware the toilet stealer."
Order is
Ooh.
a man-made concept.
Cousin to the butt ghost.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not. You know I'm not. Actually. As soon as you realize it, this'll all be over.
Have you gotten a selfie with Jeffrey
You
yet?
just have to look away from the screen.
I have not got a selfie with
and
Jeffrey
you
yet.
Stop seeing the.
We'll put that
You
on the
can.
shopping list.
You stop seeing the patterns.
Slow down. I need you to.
No. You look away.
We were talking about possibility of having achievements if you got a selfie with every anomaly in the game.
They're nothing. And now I'm. Don't you get it?
Hey, sleepyhead. Hello.
Get up, Buttercup. Wake up now.
The classic. All right.
Here we are in Site
Is
97.
anyone there?
In the heart of Cook County, Illinois, just outside Chicago.
Hello?
Searching all the cells. I'm looking for those Blues Brothers.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to build a prison for you and me to live in.
All right. All upstairs doors are closed. Ooh, that light is bright. Second floor.
There are occasionally things in these cells, depending on what strange level you're on. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to figure out which strange you're on yet.
Why can't I go in here? Let me through! Fine, if you're gonna bully me, I'll go the other way.
Mm-hmm. I
Anybody
definitely was
home?
thinking about like making it so that you could do that as a shortcut, and I think that's there's going to be a lot more interactivity in the final level as well. A lot less things that are bolted down.
Cause even more chaos.
Oh yeah. Multiple solutions to the puzzles? Oh, I'm going to freak everybody out.
Alright, there's that guy. Double doors. Yeah, invisible text of God. I will get to you in a minute. I'm not done scavenging. Alright. He's having a good day. He's fine. You're fine, right? Uh-huh. He's doing the night at the Rocks, baby. Not right, Roxbury. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Oh. I love it.
Alright, so now... So I can pick up these with the right click and toss them around all willy-nilly.
Sure can.
I was wondering why they were highlighted the whole time, and I was like, they're not doing anything with E.
If you want to, you could, see the cell that has the blood smear across this way? If you chuck something in there after the door's open, then you might be able to lead that one guy in there
What's
and
going
lock
on?
him inside.
Where is everyone?
Do you guys want some coffee?
Lockdown. I am designed to assist the senior member of Foundation
You will have to probably open the door first, though.
That person is you.
So
yeah.
everyone's...
Everyone is dead.
My coffee back.
Or incapacitated. Or otherwise unable to assist.
Is there a door close button I need to know about?
There is. It's actually over near where you picked up the phone. You'll see one of the buttons that's there that's green. Once the guy walks into the room, you'll be able to highlight it and click it.
Hilarious. Let's give this guy a run for his money. He chased me way too many times earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we'll go hide in the office with the coffee. Drop it on the floor. Now let's go get taunted. So it was... The phone was Q, right? Yeah.
The phone's Q. Open those doors, and then...
What do you expect me to do? Gun down armed soldiers?
Woo!
You don't even necessarily need to do that. If you throw the cup in there, he'll hear the sound and go after it, and then he'll go investigate. Oops.
He likes me too much. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Can I give you a coffee, buddy?
Going up. Pursue. Moving up.
It works a little better if he hasn't seen you first, but yeah.
Yeah. That's the highlight.
Pushing up. Moving up. In pursuit.
Oh,
Moving up.
Oh!
ow.
In pursuit.
Last time he actually couldn't shoot me. He figured it out. Good for him.
Oof.
Now I'm parkour mounted.
Going up.
Oh no.
Whoa!
In pursuit. Moving up.
Coffee.
Oh, I can't wait to improve this AI. It's a pretty simple AI right now.
Moving up. Moving up.
Alright, you
If
just...
you can get him to stop chasing you first,
Yeah.
then it will work.
Pursuit. Moving up.
Get far enough away. Oh, right through that door, huh?
Oops. Yeah.
Alright, these teeth are a secret toy we'll need for later. Oh, can't get them yet.
Yes, they are. It's true.
I picked them up early last time, but I don't remember when exactly in the process it was.
Whether or not you can pick them up early is also determined by the strange.
Ah, okay.
That determines whether or not you're a psychopathic teeth hunter prior to getting the gun or not. In your case, you're a psychopathic teeth hunter, and I mean, I think you should just own that, and that's okay.
Guilty as charged.
I really like that for you. I'm happy that you find, some happiness in your life from yanking teeth out of corpses.
Alright, he's gonna take his sweet time. While it would be hilarious to lock him in a door, that's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Instead, I've got a wonderful book. I've got my phone. I just pressed a button. So now I want to come this way, right?
Yep.
You can do it. Yeah. Adorable. Ooh, what does this button do? We'll just leave this here for now.
Well, this is on this machine, by the way, that's laying here. We saw it for a moment in that video in 3930 of someone screaming while on it, and it also shows up later on the corkboard in the executive office as a hominoid replicator, the kind that's used in SCP-2000 to create new people in the event of a global disaster.
What's little human cloning between friends?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
In part of the lore of SCP-VRC, people apparently... Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I can spy on the GOC early now.
Oh, boy. Part of the lore of the SCP of VRC, folks, Site 97, at one point, everyone on the site disappeared except one guy who was locked off from the rest of the outside world for like a year and survived only by cloning his own body parts and eating them.
Woof. Delicious.
I mean, I guess it's fine as long as it's like your own body parts, right? Like, eating other people's body parts would just be weird.
Alright, so... That's right, you don't get the gun until after the GOC.
Yep.
Shut up. We're staying put until I get told otherwise.
Look at me! Look at me! Flashlight rave!
They're a little busy over there.
Hawk.
That's Anthony Renner, is the voice of Hawk.
That's a negative. Yeah, Dr. Morse has been cooperative, to say the least. 704 is still down the stairs doing assessment. The entire location's affected.
Is that a backward baseball cap?
No,
Yeah. GOC pulled straight out of the 90s.
Yes, collateral expected.
Those gawk suckers.
Excellent. No, discretion is my specialty, ma'am. Rest assured, Doctor, your contributions will be remembered. All right, team, we're proceeding with a full scrub. Minimizing exposure to the veil is paramount. Casualties are regrettable but acceptable.
Alright. I need to go here. I need the goon.
Safe object storage.
SCP-127. Object class. Safe.
0 teeth.
Description. SCP-127
Dang.
appears to be a standard MP-5K PDW submachine gun. Tests have revealed that aside from the outer steel and
You'll have to
polymer
go
shell,
down and get
the
some.
entirety of the firearm is organic and alive. The weapon's ammunition appears to be human-like teeth. Upon depleting the weapon's magazine, it cannot be reloaded with standard ammunition.
Man, this is a lot
Well,
more
last time we ran
convenient.
through this, yeah, it's a lot more convenient when you could do it beforehand. But you also, it means that you probably didn't hear the last line of the description.
Ah, probably. Hey, buddy. I don't want no trouble. Maybe I do. He's on me again. Go in there. Just gonna run a lap.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
Whee! Run, Super Mario, run.
Fun fact, I believe due to a bug, you cannot actually die here. I think that I may have accidentally set his damage that he does to you to
The only
0.
ammunition which is accepted by SCP-127 is human teeth.
There
What
we
you
go.
call it?
There's the line.
This time, he actually shot me at least. Last time, he kept shooting at me, but I never heard the of taking damage. So, you know, he's up in his game. He's been practicing. Oh, hi. Well, I can't waste all my
definitely
bullets
worth-
on you.
Moving up. Moving up.
I mean, you could.
Pursuit. Contact.
It won't prevent you from progressing. Because I mentioned before, that's depending on what happened, I added failsafes. There is a
Ooh.
failsafe if you run out of bullets. So I would say maybe if you want to, go over to the door and run out of all the bullets by not shooting the door and see what happens.
Yeah, let's try it. Nice shooting, dumbass.
that was Desk's idea.
Oh, it's just open. So did Clef open the door after insulting me?
Yep. And then, just in case you have run out of ammo, there's ammo for you.
Who were those guys?
The Global Occult Coalition. Agents funded by the United Nations to destroy dangerous paranormal
Once the
threats.
next level loads, by the way,
Wait,
you
the
might want to go
United
back
Nations?
down the stairs to the bottom.
I love how shocked he is that the UN is coming. Like, he's particularly upset about that.
Yeah.
The UN!
Not the UN.
Anything but the UN!
Reminds me of that line from Batman when the Joker, they're talking about not the IRS. Wait a second, you're the Joker. Yeah, I know I'm the Joker, but we don't mess with the IRS.
Mm-hmm. The blessing of the hoot.
Mm-hmm. The owl saith to us, "Do you even bench, bro?"
I'm imagining this beefcake owl that would, like, fit in with the regular show.
Hoot hoot.
Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm tripping out.
Oh no. Those long, spooky hallways.
Executive offices are normally off limits to D-class personnel.
I'm honored. Why are we here?
There is an
Fun fact about this office, it is actually designed based on an office I used to work for. I used to work for a court system, and the Supreme Court justices were in a building near mine. And the general vibe, not the layout, but the general vibe and design of this office is based on one of the state justices' sort of offices, and they had a whole wing. And I want to get that very municipal but also fancy look to it.
The Explorer has been... This diploma has been given to something something excellence police work.
Part of that was included because some of the people in this office possibly came from different types of law enforcement, other types of things, and they probably brought various awards with them. I work in municipal now, and there's a big thing that people that come to the public sector where they often bring a lot of they just carry all kinds of awards with them because there's a lot of those out there because it tends to be very thankless work, and so there's a lot of awards and recognitions that go out in the public sector.
What's with this calendar?
Irrelevant. As a reminder, a year has...
There's a little bit of lore storytelling here as well.
Yeah, obviously.
So the woman that got shot, the GOC woman, the woman that got shot by the GOC, the Foundation agent, she's Assistant Director Evelyn Lazar, and she was taking over as the new assistant, or as the new Deputy Director of Site 97. So this office here is partially unpacked, but her old office is downstairs. When you pick up the key, it's actually you're picking up her key. And there's some indications to that, like there's an award on the table that has her name on it, for example. And this is meant to kind of follow a lot of the like sort of Valve-style vibe of trying to tell a story without directly drawing attention to it.
I feel like there's a little comic here. Those are documents. Okay.
Ooh, Dead Calzone dropped you $5 and asked how would the SCP Foundation handle the entity from Dead by Daylight?
Oh, we have a researcher on that, actually. A buddy of mine from back home is a huge DVD stan, and they play a Doctor and Serpent's Hand set of twins. One works for the Foundation, one works for the Serpent's Hand, and they're both covering Day by Daylight anomalies for the X is not an SCP series. And so we're working on that one.
It was called a navire de commerce.
I did not look at the
Spend their
paintings last
entire
time.
at sea, sailing
Yeah.
unlikely to encounter other ships.
Mission on unusual cargo. That one's a plug for me. I created the GOI Commission on Unusual Cargo.
Hmm. Ooh, I'm getting some slowdown over here for a second. Little glitch action. We're back. Throwing books all over this guy's office.
Yeah. Screw that guy. There's also some messages on the answering machine.
I did get those last time, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Boom.
have 13 unread messages.
That's a joke. There's only 3.
Hey, this is Jay from Iglo Hot Slice. Here is your order.
Who let Jay onto the facility?
Thanks.
Yeah.
This is an automated containment breach notice. Please call extension 8282. Repeat.
The Agne's Hot Slice, by the way, is a reference to SCP-4201, which is a supernatural ongoing war between two pizzerias, Marco's Pizza, Delicioso, and Aglo Hot Slice.
Is that the one where they're in like the back of a van being chased by other people or something like that?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, I do remember that one.
Also, there's a newspaper on the desk behind where you got the key. There's a newspaper on the edge, and that was inspired by some of the folks from SCP of VRC. It has a wonderful headline on it.
France
on
fucking
the right.
nuked.
Uh-huh.
What did they do to deserve that?
I'll send you a picture of the texture of that, because there's a lot of just random detail mixed in there.
What's this thing?
One of the side articles on it says it has a picture of like a burning house, and it says this house is on fire for some reason. We don't know why, but it looks really cool.
Which could lead to local reality failure.
Why would someone turn it off?
I don't have enough information to answer that at this time.
Well, turn it back on.
Yeah.
I do love when things start spinning.
It won't turn back on. It says it's unable
In tribute to
to
our owl and his twisty head, of course.
Yes.
To be stabilized first. The fluctuations might be causing the internal failsafe to trip. Take a cat counter from the table. It will track your environment in reality units called Humes.
Oh man.
What's the concept of Humes?
Take the elevator down to the processing office.
Last time I picked it up, it started at like 980. Now we're already down to like 920 to start.
That means that there might be an additional anomaly that wasn't there before.
To reach the containment level.
Jump 1. Jump 2. Get stuck on the door.
Oh, that door is a menace.
Let me out.
In order to access the containment level, you'll need a keycard with appropriate
All
clearance.
right. So to refresh myself,
Indicate that this floor is deserted, suggesting you could acquire
this
one
is
while
not a
avoiding the risk
door.
of conflict.
This is a window. Blue office.
That little area in the corner that has a relatively high Hume level, if you go there, we may have discovered this already, but Jeffrey won't chase you into that corner.
I did not discover this at all. So over here.
Where the bookshelf is? Yeah, that's the one.
Boom. Does not like the light. Does not like the heavy Humes.
I think that bookshelf also has Dr. Clef's book on it, How to Survive When Reality Doesn't.
Yeah, we caught some of the book references on stream.
some fun ones. The Spanish dictionary is an SCP. I don't remember which one it is.
Numerical proofs that you suck.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a book that... Did you put your book in there?
Oh, I did. I absolutely did. Put both of my books on that bookshelf.
I saw it. I was like, that's probably a real book.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, you make the game, you get to make the Easter eggs.
Like, there was a placeholder for the demo, and then someone like bought a copy of my book and left a review that was like, I bought this book because I saw it in an SCP demo, and I'm like, well, I guess it's staying there.
That is some guerrilla marketing right there.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey, it's time.
Yeah.
I thought you said this place was deserted.
It is.
Well, what is that?
As the Hume level fluctuates, you may experience some distortions.
So you're saying it's not real?
That is a complicated question. But in short, regardless of its realness...
So a couple of fun things about Jeffrey's AI. I laugh about the soldier's AI because it's very simple compared to Jeffrey's. Jeffrey moves faster when you're looking at him. If he is not actually rendered on the screen, he moves just a little slower than you, like a fraction of a unit slower than you. So he'll always feel like he's on your tail. But the moment he actually gets rendered on your screen, either by you being able to see him or being able to see his shadow, he will immediately become twice as fast, which generally means that if he is caught up to you or if he kills you, you can see him or his shadow on the screen, and it's very rare that he will kill you by stabbing you in the back.
Interesting.
There's a tip that I picked up from some commentary from BioShock as the way that they handle the Big Daddies.
Gotcha. Oop, here comes our boy. Now I'm in the secret corner, which means you're not going to hurt me. And instead, he just walked by.
If you're in camera mode, if you use your mouse wheel, you can put yourself in selfie mode, and that's how you can take a selfie.
So I got call, docs, cam.
Yeah, once you get to cam, then move the wheel the other direction.
Ah.
And then click and it'll take a selfie. Or click with the middle mouse.
Gotcha. Whoop,
yep.
Boop.
Also, fun little undocumented feature, after you've taken a picture, you can save that picture by hitting F12. It'll save to your photos.
Oh, man.
For some reason, it looks like it's not popping up there. It may be a little bug. Normally, you'd be able to see the picture after taking the selfie.
All right, how do we head pat this gentleman?
Here he comes. So he'll ignore you while you're in that corner.
Yeah.
Entirely ignore you.
Is it E to head pat? Is it click to head pat?
I believe it's E, but it doesn't do anything. You can interact with his head, but it doesn't do anything.
No hand comes up and says pat, pat, pat?
No. That's definitely for the future. I want to make the ability to head pat all of the anomalies.
Everyone's been saying it so emphatically, so I was certain something would happen.
Yep. It does keep track of it. I'll say internally it does keep track of whether or not you activated it. There's a variable called Jeffrey head pats, and it's a number that increases, so it will be some kind of a global variable.
All right. Well, when he comes
so
here,
ideally, once I do put some kind of a thing in there, the head pats you do now will continue to be persistent.
When he comes back around a lap, I will throw a book to distract him, and then I will pat him on his jelly head. No, come back, Jeffrey. Jeffrey! That's not a door. Jeffrey! I just want to be friends. Yeah, investigate that book. Touch and go, touch and go.
There you go. I think you got it.
Nope. Did not make it through the door.
Oh.
Alright, so now we're back behind the anchor, so let's speed run.
Yep.
Oh, do I have to get the owl statue again?
Oh no, that's already been gotten.
Okay, persistent.
That's that same corner where he can't see you. If you stand there and you haven't yet died, it will start healing you a little bit and will sometimes save you from death.
Ooh.
So if he hits you, you might want to try to just run in straight for that corner.
I'm honored. Why are we here?
Right. Now we start using our speed run strats to get back where we were before.
Mm-hmm.
Mario jump all day.
There's a version of the Strange where the director's office is trashed as well.
Ooh.
There's also a version of the Strange where the first hallway in the level is about 5 times as long.
Oh
What's
boy.
this thing?
It's called the Scranton Reality Anchor. It maintains the local baseline reality.
Turn it on, 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 turn it on.
Reality failure.
Why would someone turn it off?
I don't have enough information to answer that at this time.
There we go. Spin, spin, spin. Give me the counter. Give me the counter, give me the counter. Counter, 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 counter.
There you go.
It won't turn back on. Says it's unable to initialize.
It's possible that the local Hume level needs to be stabilized first.
Please inform
I do
baseline
have
sub-
a
Oh, go ahead.
checkpoint system in the. I do have a checkpoint system in the pipeline here. So in the future, hopefully, if you die after Jeffrey, you'll restart like on the bottom floor.
Take the elevator down to the processing office.
Elevator's
Doors.
dead.
Elevator's dead. Go down the door.
You must take the maintenance elevator in the boiler room to reach the containment level.
Oh no, what have I done?
No,
Can I get out of this corner? Please?
I should be able to.
Okay, there we go.
In order to access the containment level, you'll need a keycard with appropriate clearance.
Alright, so just to be clear, I need to go out this door, through the blue.
Suggesting you could acquire one while avoiding the risk of conflict.
Yeah, you'll have to get over there to where
out
that
here.
that little scan key is. There is an owl in that dark cubicle room, by the way, inside one of the shelves. On one of the shelves on the wall, there's an owl statue, just sort of barely visible.
Alright, I'm not seeing him yet. I'm crouching, I'm checking.
He's right in there. In that, it's the taller one that's got the sort of corrugated look to it.
Daha. Very sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting blessed, people. We'll be able to stay up all night. And eat plenty of field mice. If that's what you want with your life.
I'm gonna double check the global stats here. I don't know if anyone has gotten all of the owl statues before. If so, you might be the first one.
Asterisk for cheating. Ooh, what have we here? Got a picture of 017. Animal replicator.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this
Yep,
dapper Bishonen?
Gosh, I can't remember who that one is. He's another SCP. Don't remember that one. The football thing is the object that if anyone knows about it, then any people that report to them in a hierarchy start to have terrible accidents. So it's maintained by a janitor who has no one that reports to him.
You have one
And,
job, janitor.
Exactly.
Technically
And
two jobs
part of
now.
the instructions that come with it is if anyone else finds out about this, you have to kill them. It's like, yeah, your job is to not tell anyone about this item, and if anyone finds out about it, yeah.
Well, what is that?
As the Hume level fluctuates, you may experience some distortions.
So you're saying it's not real?
That is a complicated question. But in short, regardless of its realness, it is no less a threat.
Alright. Out here. Nope.
An interesting little thing about the doors is that Jeffrey won't go through any door that you have not already opened at some point. It's one of the things that prevents him from either opening doors you haven't opened and confusing you. It also lets him be a little bit more isolated and contained, so the player gets a better idea of where he's at.
Alright, he's going the direction I want to go, like a jerk.
I would follow him. He has a tendency to generally go in a straight line in that loop, because you can get to that back door from the left or the right. Also, if you crouch, you are actually harder for him to see.
Punk ass. Ooh, he running now. He mad.
He'll stay mad for about 20 seconds or so, and then he'll go back to just wandering around.
As long as he doesn't
But an
double back in
interesting
the
thing
next
is
10
that
seconds.
He does have the ability to sort of smell the player, is what I call it. But when you move around, you leave little sort of invisible objects in the world that Jeffrey can then follow as a trail.
Ooh, that's cool. Alright, we escaped Jeffrey round 1.
This was the mechanical.
Yeah.
It is.
Round
But the
2.
reality distortions are warping the size, shape, and layout of the facility. Restabilizing areas of the facility.
Oh, there's a 1-7 chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a cool thing to show off to you if you'd like to see. Back in 2008, I was taking my undergrad class and I was not paying attention in statistics, and instead I was on the internet a whole lot. And back when SCP was on the X board, I wrote SCP-017, and these, in my old statistics notebook, are the original notes of SCP-017, which I really wanted to be able to put up on there, and I wanted to mess with it. But yeah, vaguely humanoid, approximately 2 feet, and resembling human child, pitch black over its entire body with no discernible facial features or identifying marks. Shrouded in smoke, moves like a shadow, and I have a little bullet point at the bottom. If your shadow touches it, it eats you. You can still hear the screams, ? Leaves residue behind that has to be cleaned up, which is dangerous. And then I think that actually ended up getting cut out because I thought it was too much like 173. But yes, the original 017 is in this notebook, along with my statistics homework.
History in the making.
What's really interesting is that I completely forgot about it, and I didn't realize when I came back to be more active on the wiki years later, and I started scrolling through it, I found 017, and I'm like, wait a second, I wrote this, and I went digging up my notebook because I collect them in a big box, and I was like, hey guys, I think I wrote this. Here's the notes of what I did, and they were able to confirm me as the author, which is really cool.
Neat. Do not open. Not empty.
Not empty. Try opening it if you want to.
He got me last time. I'm not falling for that again.
There is a strange version where all of these doors are open, and he seems to have already escaped.
Oh, jeez.
Breaches, as in plural?
Yes.
Great.
There are 2 owls in this level, by the way. One of them, if you take the ladder up, keep on going up.
You can go all the way. To the top. To the top. Whoa. So if I hold here. Wah! Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, you can go a little left, and you could probably still be able to go there.
Got it.
There you go.
The owl god favors us once more. Look at that beautiful sunset, everyone. Or sunrise, I guess. Not sure.
Oh yeah. That's a closet where we keep our sunrises.
I see.
Gotta keep those
Okay.
in good order.
You got to contain those. Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw the boxes last time. There wasn't a dude up here.
I know what strange you're on now.
Or I guess maybe the dude was up there, but I wasn't this high up. Maybe I
That
just
guy
didn't look up.
that guy only shows up on strange number 11.
Aha. So now you know what I'm in for.
Mm-hmm.
I discovered that you can get stuck in this corner.
Really? Oh no. You'll have to tell me about that later.
Except, I did not know you could throw boxes, which would have been excellent in allowing me to get unstuck. Or will it? Maybe some of these boxes are unthrowable. Maybe I am trapped here.
Some of them are unthrowable, but...
Parkour? Ah, I moved enough boxes to be free.
There you go. Freedom!
Freedom!
I really like that pile of boxes. That is a great pile of boxes, by the way.
Scranton. Is that like the reality anchor upstairs?
Yes. It is a temporary reality stabilizer and should
I gotta
temporarily
investigate those
dispel
pile of
any
boxes
major
later.
reality distortions in the area.
That's a nice boulder.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder. So many boxes, so little time.
You can throw all these boxes, but there's some you can't throw. And that's like
Yeah.
life. Sometimes you can throw the boxes and
Yeah.
sometimes you can't. So what else can you do except throw the boxes you can throw and not worry about the ones you can't? Alright.
Life is like a pile of boxes.
All lights
All
off.
right.
Oh! Please alert Dr. Theron Sherman. Excuse me?
Yes, I forgot. So there's a randomized death message, and that one is in there. I think there's like 50 of them. That's great that you got that one. That is absolutely perfect that you got that one.
Alright, somebody tell me I died.
Wait, I thought this
I forgot that was in there.
chemical room.
It is.
That's
But the
not
reality
good.
distortions are warping. This is one of the containment breaches that triggered the lockdown of Site 97.
Where's that?
Oh, I
where's that?
forgot I wasn't supposed to turn off
As
the
in
door. That's the one I
plural?
broke.
Yes.
Great.
Alright, so is our buddy still up there? Yup. Hanging out.
Yeah, there's a please alert Dr. Sherman, please alert Dr. Clef, and a couple other ones.
This one's marked
My
Scranton.
favorite one is the one that just says
like
"Oh
the
no."
reality anchor upstairs?
Yes.
Oh no.
It is a temporary reality stabilizer and should temporarily dispel any
Yeah, you gotta
major
keep the door
reality
on.
distortions in the area.
How you doing, pretty boy? Get up close and personal now. Alright, so
He's
turn
gonna
the
wait
wall off.
very patiently out there.
Say, so serene, so still. Alright, so don't touch 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave on 6. Turn those off.
They are color coded as well. The door is blue.
An
the lights are black.
elevator.
Yeah. So once you got enough of them available, you should be able to turn on this Grant anchor at the top. Once you've gotten rid of him. Yeah, you gotta get rid of him first.
Yeah, I think I solved this by accident the other day.
Yeah, so turn the elevator off,
Elevator off.
and then turn the Scranton reality anchor on.
That's the idea.
Did I kill it?
Unfortunately, no. It will likely remanifest in a few minutes.
And door. Flee! Flee!
There you go.
You know, oh, hello, owl.
Yeah, there you go. Also, the whole hallway that you came through to get here is also missing. Weird.
But, no, it isn't. I can see it right through here. Okay, I guess I have to go another way now.
Yep, you gotta get that elevator.
Oh, that's right. It's this elevator.
If you get a chance, you should look down through the floor slats. The nice view when the elevator shows up.
Looking down in the hole, looking down in the hole. What's that down in the hole?
It's so hot in here.
Yeah, go and walk to the center there and activate the elevator, and then look down through.
How deep does this facility go?
Some parts of the facility are at a depth of nearly 5 kilometers below the surface.
We're crouching, we're zooming.
It's my favorite type of gaming optical illusion is like making it look really, really, really deep.
While we're waiting for the load, which I'm not waiting for the load, it's already done. But in the chat, Alex, one of the, Lobotomy Corporation's probably going to be a Dr. Sherman stream. That is seemingly a very SCP-esque game that we'll get into a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You can draw your gun, by the way. I know there's a bug with it, but if you hit R to draw your gun.
Oh, I did that in the last level. I drawed it and it just stayed and hovered.
Oh yeah, so if it does that, that's a bug that I know how to fix. If it does that again though, just pause and unpause the game and it'll fix it.
Gotcha. Gun is working right now.
You're gonna need that. You've only got 2 bullets.
Where'd you guys come from?
They're not always here.
Yeah, they weren't last time.
In pursuit. All clear. In pursuit. Shit. Moving up. Pushing. Moving up.
Juke! Juke! Juke!
Moving up. In pursuit.
Bathroom.
Run, Sherman, run!
You wouldn't shoot a guy at a urinal, would you? No, I'm showering. And not in bullets. Door. One of these doors opens. It certainly must.
One block by the trolley.
Gah! Leave me alone. Gonna throw another card at you. Oh, did it actually hit them?
It did. You do a little bit of damage if you hit him with a trolley.
Locked.
Nice.
Not a ton though. If you run up there, they probably won't chase you.
You can reach it via the observation corridor.
Okay. Real talk, Miss Computer. I help you. What do I get in return?
Your assistance will likely be rewarded with release from the D-Class program and return to civilian...
Oh, I never asked. Who is our second D-Class?
Wait.
Well, second D-Class is he's actually part of the SCP VRC community, and he's a voice actor named GM Johnson. Also goes by Prince
for
Seal.
stopping global disaster?
Yes.
Somehow that's not comforting.
Alright, so once again, come here, my friend.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed by how close I was to getting that last time.
Yep. There's a little bit of jankiness with this one that I'm definitely got to fix. It works about 95% of the time. I got to get it working 100%. And I got to make sure that corpse gives teeth.
Last time, this one was glittering up a storm.
Yeah.
It was sparkly corpse. Set it down politely.
Yeah.
Here, let's move a little further away. Bink.
There you go.
Twist. And shove. Nope. In. There we go. Almost there.
Yes.
Make it fit. Make it fit. Got you. Wah! And I'm taking this journal with me. None of y'all can stop me. Oh! Come on! In pursuit. In pursuit of you. Oh, you don't,
Pursuit. Moving in.
Great.
Pushing up. Pursuit. Moving in. In pursuit. Moving up. Moving in. Pushing up.
Alright, well, I guess we'll start by doing a lap.
Out of random curiosity, just because I don't know if there's remote, would you mind hitting M on your keyboard like once or twice?
M. Whoa! From the top.
Yeah, go ahead and hit M again.
Ooh.
Those secret debug secrets for you. So that's the other side of the door that you were trying to get through anyway.
Yep. And so if I came in that one, I have to go out this one.
Mm-hmm. That was put in there because I haven't yet put in a way in case you accidentally use all the trolleys. It's a way to get the player out. World of game dev is sometimes a little weird like that.
We need our workarounds.
There's a neat little secret for this one, by the way. I don't know if you care about people seeing your Steam name, but if you wanted to, there are ladders on the side of this entire tube, and if you climb up them, there is graffiti at the top of the shaft that includes your Steam name and some secret message. There's like 20 or so random messages.
Well, my Steam name is the same name as everything else I have online, so it's no secret.
Yeah.
Ladders.
So you could just jump right to the ladder and then climb on up.
What is the ladder?
Really any of it. You can sort of climb up even the middle.
Gotcha. To jump. Whee! Oh, not that part.
There you go.
Yes,
I'll
I
try not to get hit by
never
the
would have thought
elevator.
about jumping on this. Such tranquil music.
I pulled up the Steam stats, by the way. So prior to you getting all the owls here, it looks like 6 other people have gotten all of the owls in the game.
Ah, nice.
And of course, when the full game comes out, that'll be, an achievement.
Indeed.
One of many hidden achievements I'm sure will exist. It's way up here at the top.
Quite an adventure.
Mm-hmm. Love the music in this. A lot of music in here is composed by Brian Holtz, who does a lot of Creative Commons compliant and open source music.
Nice.
Yeah, he also did all the music for the Callisto, the previous game was made.
I say this had the vibe that like it would fit in the Callisto lobby.
Mm-hmm. Here it is. We're almost at the top. It's on one of the walls. You can climb on any of the 4 walls, and it's in like white text. So what have you thought so far? I'm kind of curious while you're climbing here, if you like your general thoughts on the game and some of the things you'd like to see in the game too, like you personally.
So for me, I enjoyed the experience a lot. I liked, like, walking through 3930 was a big highlight because you have the whole, like, surreality of, like, things changing around you in a way that I don't see a lot of games play with. A lot of games do spooky, but they don't do that whole, like, the rooms changing around you as often as 3930 does in that small scenario. And so, like, even just, like, little explorations that are, like, of individual anomalies like that really appeals to me after playing the 3930 scenario. And then the rest of it, I get this very strong Half-Life vibe, which I vibe with. I actually enjoy the jank. It brings me back to my youth a little bit. And I like the characterization and focusing on, like, running around doing these little missions, whereas, like, most of our games are shoot-em-ups.
What does it say?
We made it to the top. Let there be light.
Oh, and you can see through the ceiling. If you look down on one of the walls there, what does it say?
Don't look down. The Sherm.
There it is.
Yup.
And if you drop down and you land on the platform, you won't die. But if you miss the platform, you will.
Gotta throw my hand in. Wish me happy landing. Who was that? Oh, it's an elevator. I see. Whee! Oh no! I went through the platform. What?
Oh no!
Taking a ride.
Never seen that happen. You're going so fast that the physics just didn't work. Well, on the bright side, you can now jump ahead with the M key.
Yeah. Yeah, this demo's cool, and you get just like a little taste of, okay, we're in trouble, Mr. D-Class, let's go on an adventure together. I remember in the trailer, like, I'm very much looking forward to the sections where we interact with Clef and, like, play around with that, especially with how passionate Desk has been with that build stuff.
Yep. And that actually is the very next scene in this, after this part of the demo is you get across Clef's office and talk to him, and that's where you get a little bit more background on what's happened at the site, and start to go doing some missions for him, essentially, in order to get more information. So that's the demo for you there. And I really appreciate you playing this a whole lot. I also appreciate, I know that there are voices in here, there are voices that they aren't in the demo yet, but there are some voices that you've done here as well, because you're playing somebody in the game, right? You're doing a voice of, that's Charles Rubin, I think, right? Of the director.
I think so, yeah.
So, yeah. So you get to be, villainous once again, which I think you pull off a really, really great villain.
And as I'll just ignore how much I trash talked Chucky Rubin in my first playthrough, now that I know it's an ego thing.
Well, I mean, that guy sucks.
That guy sucks.
Man, he did all this. There's some stuff that's in the files of the game. If you want to check it out, and people that play the demo may want to check it out, is if you go into the actual folder where the game is, there are some pictures and PDFs that include some excerpts from Foundation reports talking about the background of the game as well, and other cool goodies that are sort of mixed in there to find. So I would definitely check that out.
Desk in the chat just made it for the credits.
Yeah.
So,
well, Sherm, yeah. I really appreciate this a lot. I love to know if you got any questions, or people in the chat have any questions. I'd be happy to answer for you.
Yeah,
as a
chat,
game developer or SCP creator.
before we sign off, start giving us some questions about the game if you have any. I'm going to ask mine first. That way I give you guys time to respond. So for me, I guess my two big questions are related to the Kickstarter because we're winding down and unfortunately, due to circumstances outside our control, we are not where we want to be. So my question first is the general, what is the path forward for Infohazard? And what do the fans get if they maybe decide to rally in the last 4 days versus where do we go if we seemingly don't pull this off?
If we're able to get everybody to rally behind it and get it out there, then we're going to get the full version of the game. We're going to get this chapter polished and completed, as well as the other chapters of the game, because we're putting it out in chapters, sort of bending the ink machine style, where the game will come out in chapters that are under $10 for people that aren't Kickstarter backers. There are really great rewards out there, such as like these lovely badges that are made. You can get these online as well, and we'll be able to get some of these to you. These lovely lab coats, of which I have a demo of one of our custom lab coats that are here, that will have a Site 97 embroidery right here on this side, but they're also really nice quality lab coats.
Nice.
Also, these badges here, which are also available as add-ons, and some other really cool things. Did I grab anything else of these? There's some other really fun ones that are in there. There are patches, there are pins, enamel pins, as well as papers, posters, digital art
You've
books.
got the 999 plushies on there too, right?
And 999 plushies, absolutely. If we're able to hit certain stretch goals, I've also got Forlorn Foundry has said that they would be interested in making an Alto Clef plushie if we hit some of those goals.
Oh, that would be adorable.
So it'd be absolutely wonderful. One of our great the top tier reward that's like 5K. If you get that, not only do you get all of the stuff, but also it gets delivered to you by people that are on our team who will come out to your location, make plans with you ahead of time, of course. Come up to you, put you in the back of a black van and drive off and take you out to dinner with one of our developers, and then give you all of your stuff. And I've already had someone tell me, man, if I got that, I would wait until I was going to quit my job, and then on my last day of work, I would have you guys show up so that I could, have them be like, the Foundation needs you, and then get in the van, and all my coworkers never see me ever again. So, I mean, I would totally do that. Personally, I would absolutely do that.
The most dramatic exit of all time.
They'll be talking about that for years and be like, man, did you hear about Chad? Like, the government got him, man. Like, I was there. So
they showed up in black suits, bro.
Yeah, but I have operatives stationed all around the U.S. and Canada who are ready to go out and drop people's stuff off and be Foundation agents.
Kidnap people consensually.
Yes, gonna kidnap people consensually. And there's other really good ones there in there. We got stickers. We've got we've been throwing in a couple of other extra things, as well as we've got keys for other games, keys for the Callisto game, as well as fun things like putting your favorite SCP in the game, as well as putting your own scenarios. So like the 3930 scenario that's in there is this little small scenario of an exploration, and those can be in the game. That if you buy this as an add-on, then we'll put in a scenario involving your favorite SCP, similar to 3930, which means that the game could potentially have, dozens of these little mini scenarios that are essentially sponsored by the fans. So there's a lot of really great opportunity for that.
Yeah, tell me about some of these extra scenarios you're talking about. Desk is mentioning Clef's Hit and Run as well. What in tarnation?
So Clef's Hit and Run started off as a little joke between me and Desk, and eventually I was looking at it and I said, if we were able to hit a particular stretch goal, that would become a very feasible thing. And so the idea is we're going to make a little hit and run game, hit and run style game where Clef is driving around, taking his daughter to ballet practice and, picking up groceries and doing all kinds of dad stuff while driving a truck and, causing a lot of collateral damage. It'd be a really great time. So it's gonna be a little mini game that'll show up in the game to play, and possibly be able to give extra bonuses and stuff.
And I'm very interested in these the big long-term goals, like the group of interest chapters. Do you have any introductory
sure
thoughts
do.
on those, like
Oh,
starting with
yeah,
Wanderer's
we're-
Library and Wilson's Wildlife Solutions.
Exactly. So similar again to like the little excerpt piece of 3930. I'd like to have more of these little focused vignette sections, little chapters, and essentially my goal would be to have each of these in between the story chapters of the game, and have some of these feature some of the GOIs that we're really familiar with: Wanderer's Library, Chaos Insurgency. Some of the really fun ones. I'm really looking forward to possibly doing something based on Wondertainment. And be able to interact with them in ways that we've really never seen. Some of these have not really been depicted in any kind of media outside the wiki before, outside of a little bit of art here and there. And I'd really love to try and bring them to life in a visual and really creative way, particularly the ones that are really reality bendy. So I had a ton of fun with that.
Do we have any previews of story concepts, maybe for these 6 GOIs I'm seeing listed? No, 8 GOIs, because you even got Gamers Against Weed here in Shark Punching Center.
Mm-hmm. Part of this was the idea that they would all tie into the main story of Infohazard to some little extent. A lot of the GOIs have something that relates to the Midwest, partly because there's so much central things in the Midwest. Supposedly Site 1 is in the Midwest, supposedly Site 82 or 81 is in the Midwest. And so a lot of the GOIs mention that, and so I'd love to see like how this massive tear in reality that happens at Site 97 interacts with these different GOIs. What do they do if they're not investigating like the GOC? Maybe they're doing some research, or maybe they have to deal with splintering reality fragments that affect their facilities or affect their sort of areas. So how did they deal with that? How would someone from the Wanderer's Library deal with Jeffrey appearing out of nowhere, as opposed to, say, Gamers Against Weed? How would they deal with that situation?
And so we wouldn't have like our D-class protagonists going through like all of these. We'd like do like 3930. We jump off to another character for a little bit.
More than likely, it would be separate characters. Though it could also be that if they're implemented in there, that we would have the main character, the D974, that he would also interact with them to some extent. Maybe have them contact him through a radio as well, and sort of tie them all together.
There's just a little ham radio in one of the offices, and that is just waiting for future DLC. And every time the D-class goes up to it, it's hit this button, who are we calling? And oh dear God, who he finds.
Yes, you pick up the phone, and it's like, hello? And it's like, hello, this is Chad from Dr. Wondertainment, and I'm wanting to speak with the homeowner, please.
Oh God.
Oh God, exactly. Or hello, I'm trying to speak with Chad. I want to know if you could make a donation to our Wildlife Foundation. A donation, particularly, we're looking for a bipedal creature with lots of teeth. If you happen to see him, we would appreciate if he was donated to us. That'd be really great.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything you want to tell the chat before we sign off?
Oh, I really appreciate the community as a whole. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm really excited about putting some additional owl and bench lore in, now that we've created the Church of the Owl God and his love of benches. But that's part of the way that the Foundation community works, is a lot of the time things will start off as either a one-off joke or a reference and suddenly become an incredible part of a big chunk of lore. So it's very organic, and half the things that really developed the way that Site 97 was designed and how Infohazard was built really came from community involvement and feedback. So I really appreciate all of you for being a part of this, watching these streams, playing the demos. Even if the Kickstarter isn't where we want it to be right now, the game's going to continue to have a future, and it'll only continue to have a future because of having such an amazing and dedicated community. So I really just want to thank you all.
This has been a fantastic stream. I know chat is loving it with the game. Desk is now very confused about bench lore because he missed all that.
Yes, the bench lore. It's a fun time here with the Owl God, who has blessed us with benches, and that when we give in to the power of the bench, we can achieve great things, as we learned from Sherm not being able to get over that ledge until he gave in to the bench.
You've got to believe.
The Owl God asked us Do you even bench, bro? I bench.
And if you follow, you will fly.
If you follow, you will fly.
Fantastic.
Oh, man, I'd love to chat. Sherm, thanks so much for everything. And I appreciate, again, you playing this and giving me the opportunity to talk to you about some of the cool secrets in here and going and poking into some of them.
It was a great little Easter egg hunt, and even second time through, it was just as fun as the first, getting to play and find more stuff. I really appreciate the behind-the-scenes commentary. A lot of stuff that I never would have found on my own.
There's a lot of stuff that's very, very, very hidden, to the point where I almost was like, no one's ever going to find this, or if they do find it, it'll be years from now. But there's still plenty of stuff like that in there. Sometimes you've got to be on a very specific strange and do a very specific thing, but there's lots of cool stuff to find. My hope is that people will be finding little secrets for years and years.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, Site42 staff, that brings us to the end of today's stream. I hope you enjoyed our second run-through of SCP Infohazard. Stay tuned for future streams. We will do other games. We'll take requests. Thank you all who became a member. I got you in here for our super chats. Not So Simple Grim, welcome to the Site42 Foundation staff. Hello, Dr. Sherman. This is Grim. Just say here that I'm one anomaly you'll never contain, but I'll stick around. This place is pretty fun. We do like to have fun around here, so thank you for becoming a member. And make sure to grab yourself some grape juice on your way past the Site42 commissary. With that, I have been Dr. Theron Sherman. This is Dr. Rexus Buchanan, i.e. Toast. And we will see you all in the next game.